Basic Obedience Week 8, Part A. So over the next 3 lessons, we're going to be introducing the word down to your dog. We really take our time with this because we want to change from bribing to get them to offer us some behaviour, to get into the stage where we can do the relaxed down and be able to move around the room with them. Before we even start, I want to show you what I found work for me over the last 16 years that I've been training dogs. I really used to hate the method they taught us 16 years ago, which was all dominance based, and basically after you'd lured the dog into the behaviour and you thought they knew the word reasonably well, the way it was then was if the dog did or did not do the down for you, then you had to have this personal psychological and physical battle with your dog so they would submit to you, because if they didn't, it was considered they were being dominant. We found that now just to be totally insane. Like I said, this is a method that I came up with over the years of training dogs that I found really worked for them. So I introduce this before I even start introducing stage 1, 2 and 3 of the down. So for this, I'm going to need Tex, my helper, who's disappeared. Tex! Come! Yes, good boy! Okay, table. So you don't necessarily need the table, I'm just using this for video purposes to help. So Tex is in for training this week, so I don't like to use a ready trained dog because I like you to see what might happen. Okay, what I'm going to do is what I call T-touch, nothing to do with Tellington T-touch at all. It's just the way I'm going to go is across the top of the dog's head and down their neck in the shape of the T. So I do this, so instead of having to have a personal battle with him like we were taught years ago, which was basically jerk the chain, force them into the down, what I want them to think is when I place my hand on their back, it actually means I want you to relax. So sometimes verbally asking them to down might not work if they're too overstimulated. So this is a good way to get to reinforce, perhaps that's the wrong word, but to encourage them to do a down without feeling trapped. Okay, so the way it works, best to do it when your dogs aren't high energy, perhaps late at night when they're more relaxed. Some dogs will love it. I know my own border collie hates being touched, so it's a bit of a game with her. But what happens? Get your thumbs and you're just going to place them around the area of your dog's ears. This one's ears has gone back, so he's not quite sure what's happening. And what I want you to do is kind of like a big massage. So imagine you had a headache and you were doing this to yourself. You would be doing big circular rotations around your head where it hurts. So we want the dog to learn to relax. Okay, so we want them to gradually drop their head. It isn't going to work within the space of this video. It's going to take a lot of practice. As you start to see them relax, I want you to work your way down their back until you come into the area. Your middle finger would come into the area. Tex, I need your head up. Where there's like the dip in their back and between their shoulder blades. And what I want you to do is just do a gentle massage with your dog. We want him to think that hand on the back doesn't mean that he's being forced into a down. Hand on the back meant or means relax. So this is why we always start here when we start this exercise and then work down to the back. You can do longer strokes if you want to, you can add that in, but this is what is going to happen when we start having them in the relaxed down position. Basically every time they break, we're just going to put our hands on the back and we're going to lower them back into the down position. We don't want them to see it as, like I keep saying, as they're trapped and they can't escape. You want them to think, oh, you want me to relax. Definitely worked for me over the years, and I've trained big dogs, little dogs. It doesn't really matter, but I find this really, really helps. So this is our first part of the lesson, introducing the massage to the dog. Okay, Tex. Yes, Good boy.